This video is dedicated to literally just mood reading. I don't know what I'm gonna read, but it's gonna be something in this video, okay? Right, so it's gonna be mood reading, which I think would be a lot more fun than sticking to a TBR, right? So this is a mood reading vlog. Yay! I also have my Kindle right here, so I guess I can just see what books are on my shelf that are also on Kindle Unlimited. What was the last thing I was reading? Oh, it's a novella. I'm not trying to read that right now, okay? I'm genuinely not in the mood for it. Okay, I think I'm just gonna like see what's on my shelf real quick. They have The Secret of Us. Guys, I genuinely want to read the second book so bad. They also have Heir of Broken Souls, which I can't even read that in this one because it has a dedicated reading vlog. Oh my goodness, you know what I could read to finally get that off of my TBR? Guys, I could read this book right here, The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laura Gilmore. I could read this because it's on Kindle Unlimited and I own the physical copy, so I would be taken down. And also, since it's December, I could like cozy up. I'm more of a summer girl. I believe this one takes place in summer, so I'm gonna download this one. Right now I'm just downloading books. I don't know what I'm gonna read yet. The question is Mate by Ali Hazelwood Kindle Unlimited? It is, but it's not Kindle Unlimited. Okay, what's something else on my shelf that is probably Kindle Unlimited? Wicked Prince, perhaps? Okay, Wicked King. It's up here, but it's not Kindle Unlimited. Oh my goodness, there's not a lot of options. Let's see, is the playlist up here? That's like a romance I got off of Depop. The playlist. It's like book something in a series. It is up here for Kindle Unlimited. Okay, cool. So I can like download that one. And then is Fake Skating up here? Genuinely, because I do want to read Fake Skating since we're in the winter season. No, it's not up here. Oh my goodness. What is another book? Is When in Rome in here? That was on my TBR last month, but I still want to read that. It's not. Oh my goodness. All the books that I really want to read are not on Kindle Unlimited, and I really don't want to pay for a new book, you know? Let's try Game On by Key Stephens, even though I know she's not indie anymore. So her stuff might not even be Kindle Unlimited any longer. It's, I don't see it. Let's search out like keys so like it comes up. It is Kindle Unlimited. Okay, amazing. So that's 3 books that we have that we could read for this mood reading vlog, and then we obviously gonna read some like books, like physical books as well. These are just options. And also, like, if we don't read these in this vlog, I at least know that I have something to read, right, on my Kindle. And I think that's just like, that's the best part about it. All right, so I have a novella that I do think I want to read because that'd be a quick read, but I'm just scared because the last 2 books I've read by Joseph I didn't really enjoy as much as the first book. So I don't know if I should risk it with this novella, or if I should just hop into one of these, right? But I guess it's just a matter of how I feel about it, right? So anyways, that's just to kick off this mood reading vlog. So I guess I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I'm gonna take a shower now. Day, and I am currently flipping between 2 books, In the Stars by Layla Sharifi, because this is genuinely so good I need to finish it, but I just there's a lot going on. And I'm currently reading the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore on my Kindle, but my Kindle's off right now, but Cinnamon Bun Bookstore is currently what we're reading on the Kindle. So right now, between the 2 books that I'm currently reading, I'm having a really good time so far, and I hope nothing changes because I just want to read 2 good books. Okay, I just want to read 2 good books. Right now, both of the books I'm currently reading are amazing. Go get In the Stars by Layla Sharifi, indie author. We love to support indie authors over here. But that is about it for this update for today. I don't really know if there was like a lot to do because we haven't really done a lot of reading. I've been working all day. So with that being said, I'm just gonna see you guys in the next clip, okay? Okay guys, it's actually a few days later and bad news. Okay, so DNF'd Cinnamon Bun Bookstore because I literally hate how that book was written, because it was like we would mention something and it'd be re-mentioned in the next sentence. Or there was a certain chapter when we were in the eyes of Noah, I think his name was, and he would just keep repeating the same thing over and over again. He'd just be like, Hazel Kelly, Hazel Kelly, Hazel Kelly. You know, you can call her Hazel. Like, you don't have to say Hazel Kelly. You don't have to do the full government name. It kind of just felt like Hazel Kelly, Hazel Kelly, Hazel Kelly over and over and over again. I was just like, bro, we know her name. We know her last name. You've said it like 17 times already. Can we just call her Hazel? Her, she, Hayes. Can we just say anything besides Hazel Kelly every 5 seconds? That was genuinely getting on my nerves, like so bad. I only made it to page 30. That's how bad it was. I couldn't do it. The writing just genuinely made me so mad, and I don't know how we went from such a good book with the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and then we come here to the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore and it's just complete and utter trash. And I've noticed that she rushes the books out so much. Like, quite literally, she's releasing a new book every 2 months, and it kind of just feels like, man, was there really time that went into this? And it kind of just feels like it's all rushed. Like, there was literally a sentence where it was like, I pretended to have a good time at this event. I was not having a good time. Well, yes, because the word pretended implies you're not having a good time, like you make other people think you are. So I feel like we didn't need that extra sentence. It's like, okay, I'm not actually having a good time. Like, that was a little obvious when you spoke the first time, Hazel. So it was just the minor things, but they weren't even minor. And I was just like, okay, this is gonna make me extremely mad, okay? Right. The next thing was Married at Mischief. That's between Cruz and Liam, and I don't know what it is, but I just don't like those two as a couple. It's like like that couple gets on my nerves specifically. And I was reading it and there was a lot of minor mistakes that could have been fixed, like misspellings or incorrect grammar, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And also just wasn't that exciting to me. So I did finish that, but that one was a 2 stars. So unfortunately the first 2 books in our mood reading video aren't off the list. But In the Stars by Lila Sharifi, I really do want to finish that because I also want to make a video talking about that book. But In the Stars by Lila Sharifi, I don't have it with me right now because I'm not home, but that book is really good. I am 300 pages in. I do feel like it is a bit like tad too long, like longer than it used to be. Feels like it's a bit dragged on, but it's not a bad book and it's well written. It's just, you know, I feel like it's long for no apparent reason, but it is a good book, so it's not enough for me to like be like, oh my goodness, I hate it. Right now it's currently sitting at a 3 to 4 stars, right? But I'm leaning more towards the 3 because once again it feels like we're just having it be dragged on for no reason. And I'm also currently reading Game On by Keith Steffens, and I'm only 10 pages into that. The chapters are actually pretty long in this book, so I'm surprised because usually she's no, like, I don't know, it's been a while. I haven't read one of her books since like early 2025, probably, yeah, early 2025 or late 2024. No, yeah, like early 2024. So I don't remember if she writes short or long chapters, but the chapters in this book are pretty long. So it's like I'm stopping mid-chapter because it's just like, yeah, because I got things to do, obviously. But it's not a bad book. It's actually pretty good from what I've read so far, and I like how it's moving. I like the pacing. I like Keith Steffens' writing style, and I like how the story is progressing and we're barely even into it. So right now, In the Stars and Game On are 2 good books, and I'm genuinely thinking of starting the next book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series trilogy, which I think is The Ballad of Never After. I think I might start the audiobook for that because it'd be nice and efficient to start an audiobook for a book I really want to continue. And the goal is to kind of finish that trilogy before the end of the year, but if I don't, then that's literally okay. But right now we're currently focused on 2 books as of right now, which is Game On and In the Stars. So that's just a quick update for you guys because I haven't updated you guys in a minute. Listen, guys, when I tell you I'm in the process of doing my nails right now, that's why not all of them are done, but we're almost done. this book, I've been reading it on my Kindle, but that's why there's no bookmark in here, but this book is definitely worth the read. This is the best book we've read in this vlog so far, which technically speaking, we've only read 2 full books and we DNF'd one, but this is the best one that I have picked up this whole vlog so far. So far, I am about 100 pages in, and this book, I am enjoying it so much. I don't know what Key Steffens put in this, but trust me, this book is phenomenal. This is so good. Like, genuinely, y'all had me looking at the Oxford Academy stuff because I was just like, wait, because what are you talking about? And I love how we are only 100 pages in. These 2 characters already had a somewhat of a miscommunication, but the next time they see each other, instead of going encounter by encounter where it's very awkward between these 2, instead of doing all that, literally she pulls them aside. She's like, okay, I think we need to talk, and they talk it out like normal grown adults. Oh my goodness. I'm just like, the communication. Also, I'm so sorry if you hear a lot of noise. My family is watching the new Stranger Things season, but I'm still on season 1, so I am hiding out because I don't want any spoilers. But y'all, they communicate like actual adults. Like, they know how to communicate, and this has me jumping for joy because what do you mean she put him aside and was like, hey, I think we need to talk about what happened and why this is so awkward between us, so that way it's not awkward anymore. What do you mean they made a mature decision? I don't know what it is about sports romances. I think that this is the way to go. I haven't read a good sports romance in a while. I haven't read a sports romance in a while, period. So I feel like this is exactly what I need. I need to go back to my roots. Sports romances, my roots. Literally all I was reading in 2024. Just had to go back to my roots, literally. But Game On by Key Steffens is definitely a really good read. I'm like genuinely enjoying myself so much. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize this. The sprayed edges. I actually don't like when they put sprayed edges on paperbacks. Like, unpopular opinion, I don't like it. But the sprayed edges on this has like the, I'm about to say hockey, don't play, the football gear and the pom-poms for cheer. I know you can't see the pom-poms too well, but that's actually such a cool, like, cute and cool detail that I did not realize before. Yeah, but I just came up here to say, like, this so far is going really good. I'm actually reading on my Kindle. My Kindle is not in the room right now, so I cannot show you guys my progress up there, but I don't have bookmark in here either, so I can't really talk to you about it. But yeah, and I was a little skeptical because Hannah Grace reviewed this book and said it was amazing. I don't like Hannah Grace, her writing. I don't really know her as a person or anything. I don't like her writing, right? And I was scared that if she thought this was enjoyable, I thought it was gonna be like a not carbon copy, but something similar to how she writes. And I was scared because I was just like, please don't let Key Steffens write a smut only book. And so far, and only because I guess it's crucial to the story, there's been only 1 scene, thank goodness. But since, once again, we're 100 pages in, 1 scene, and like I said, it happens at the beginning. And unlike I want to say this because we get a smut scene at the beginning of Icebreaker, but it was not a crucial part of the story. That does, like, I don't think smut is a crucial part of the story, but in this case, the reason why it happened, once again, still don't think it's crucial. I don't think it's necessary for a story to progress nicely, but for the way the plot is going, it was quote unquote crucial. Skipped over it obviously, but it was quote unquote crucial for the character development and how it worked and da-da-da. So that's the only reason we've had it so far. But genuinely, there's been some suggestive like words, but really, thank goodness it is not smut filled so far, and I'd like to keep it that way. Actually, I would like to keep it that way. But all this to say, Game On is super good. I like it because I also like how this is written. Like, genuinely, the problems that I had with the past 2 books were how they were written. I didn't like how simple it was, but there's something about the way that Key Steffens writes where it's simple but it's not simple. Like, it's like simple where parts where it needs to be simple, but the complex emotions and the complex writing and the complex characters where it needs to be, and it's a mix of both. And you can tell that it had taken its time. While with the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, that one felt like it was rushed and it was repetitive, and it had very little editing. I don't know what's going on my neck, but it hurts so bad. What? It was repetitive, and it felt like it wasn't complex at all. It was, the whole writing was so simple and clunky, and it felt like I was reading an elementary school grade book. Not because of the content, but just because how it was written. And yeah, so that's basically what I'm trying to say here. But this actually feels like I'm reading a adult book. Like, I can see the difference between the two. And obviously when it comes to different genres, there's going to be a difference between the two kinds of books. But what I mean here is you can tell the difference between the writing. And obviously every author has their own writing style. I'm an author. I wrote the books that are sitting right there. I have my own writing style that I don't really see in a lot of people's. But it gets to a point where it feels like I'm reading something that was written in a style for first graders. But it has complex characters and complex things that happen, and it's an adult novel. You see what I'm saying? So that was just like, this is just a little update. I'm gonna film an actual video now because I don't know if this is gonna make it up by the end of MADIMAS, but I have to film some MADIMAS videos because I have not, and I edit them so that way they can go out tomorrow. So tea. But Game On is actually the current read that we're reading right now. I actually never ended up starting I never started reading The Ballad of Never After because I was just like, I want to focus on this one because I'm actually enjoying this one, so why distract myself? Because usually I will read more than one book at a time, especially when I'm doing reading vlogs like this. But this is a mood reading vlog. I'm really not in the mood to read what, like, The Ballad of, I forgot what it's called, The Ballad of Never After. Like, after I filmed that clip, I genuinely, like, had the mood to read it for, like, after that, but I never started it, and I just lost the mood to read it, which I honestly should have acted on it because that's been sitting on my shelf for a while now. I finished Once Upon a Broken Heart a while ago, but it's been sitting on my shelf. So yeah, I probably should take that chance, but I feel like I wouldn't have enjoyed it because if I'm feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm not in the mood for this, I probably would have thought that like halfway through the book, right? So I'm just glad I decided to stick with Game On. Okay guys, so it's been a minute since I've like checked in, but I'm about to film a little sit down and chat type of video for MADIMAS. I don't know if this is gonna make it out by MADIMAS. I'm gonna hope that it does because I genuinely do feel like that we're really close to ending like this vlog or whatever, because I do feel like I've been filming for a minute. I'm like recently, I don't know what happened, but last year I was such a fast reader, but I feel like this year when I published my debut novel, which by the way, this is it, if you guys want to go read it, they're on Royals. This is my debut novel. I feel like when I published my book this year, I became so much more focused on that, which I'm so proud of myself for doing that because obviously that's something I want to prioritize. So I definitely became much more focused on my book that I have published, and I've been like reading, but it's super duper slow, right? So I have been reading Game On. We actually made it around 50% into the book, which we are making good progress, but like I said, I'm a pretty slow reader. So I've also been reading another book on the side. I've usually been reading on my Kindle though. We have another book on the side that I've been reading. This book is In the Stars by Layla Sharifi. It is currently beat up and torn in different places because it's been in my backpack, and I don't know what goes on in that backpack, but something, it's all beat up. But I'm like, to do an estimate, I'm about 60, 70, maybe 80% into the book. And I genuinely do feel like this book, first of all, is very interesting and I'm enjoying my time a lot. So I do think that if I put my mind to it, I can finish this tonight. It is currently 10 p.m. right? So I think I can finish this before I go to bed. I don't know when I'm gonna go to bed, but I think I can. But I also really want to clean my room today. Okay, I have decided we're going to try and finish reading In the Stars tonight, and then when and if I finish it tonight, I think that's gonna be the end of this reading vlog, because this video's been going on for a while. Like, y'all, I don't know how long y'all gonna get this video, but knowing me, this video is probably originally like an hour or something or more long. So one of my nails just broke off, so we gotta fix that. We're going to read, but I have to film something first, so I'm gonna film that like little sit down and chat video, and then I'm going to check back in with you guys and read. We're going to just read. Okay, so sound good? Sound good. Okay. Okay guys, it is a few days since, no, it is 2 days since I made that update. It is currently 7 a.m. in the morning, and I have some time to read, and I did not finish in the stars, but I did get a lot farther. I'm on page, let's see, I'm on page 362, and I'm so close to finishing it. I do want to try and finish it today, so I'm going to read a few chapters on camera, and I'm going to dip because I got some other stuff I gotta do. But yeah, that's basically, I just want to give you guys like a little update because I have it in like a few days, so you guys are gonna watch me read in the stars for a little bit, because right now Game On is still pretty good, but I feel like it is very long. I don't have much of it left actually. Yeah, I don't have a lot of it left actually, but I wanted to at least finish this in the reading vlog, and maybe hopefully this in the reading vlog, since I did start this one in the reading vlog and I've been reading this one since before the reading vlog, right? So Game On, I do want to finish before the end of the reading vlog, but this is like, I'm reading it on my Kindle, so it's very like fast-paced ish, since I'm reading it up here on this device where I can read extremely fast. So this does not have a Kindle version, so I want to try and like read this on camera, you know, because since it's not on Kindle, it like takes long. Like I feel like it's just a mental thing, like when I read on a device it makes it seem like I'm reading faster, and I feel like I'm reading faster than if I were to read it on page. But I like reading like actual paper, so I want to do this because yeah, most of the reading for Game On has been taking place on my beautiful, lovely Kindle. Okay, sorry, like little interruption here. Thanks for catching me again. Every time, Sunside. I'll catch you again and again, whether you like it or not. Layla, 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 yeah, Layla, Layla, yeah, Layla, Okay, so we're now on chapter 40, and this is page 377. I'm going to stop it right here because I do have places to be, people to see. So we're gonna stop right here, but genuinely, it's getting really exciting. Like, it's been exciting, but like, we're starting to get closer to the end goal. And obviously, in a fantasy world, when you're getting closer to your end goal, it's automatically going to become much more challenging and much more exciting, because that's just how fantasies work, right? So yes, so I'm gonna bring this with me where I'm going. I'm also gonna bring my Kindle so I can also read Game On when I have the chance, because I have been reading it on the Kindle. I actually don't know how far I am into it because I haven't really updated my bookmark in here, so let's see where we are. Okay, I was in the middle of a chapter. I just stopped in the middle of a chapter. Okay, so we're on chapter 29, and in here it says I am on chapter 30. So it's very much updated. Okay, so cool. So we're on page 231 according to the Kindle, and I'm also 71% into the book, which is so cool because that means we're so close to finishing it, and I really want to finish this book because it's like nothing wrong with it, but it's like, you know, after a while of reading something, I'm kind of just like, dang, I kind of want it to be over. And not because you don't like it, but just because it's like I want to finish a book, you know? But yeah, that's how I feel about both of these. Like, they're not bad, obviously, but I just want to finish a book in this reading vlog that I actually enjoy, because we did finish a book, didn't enjoy it, we did after another book. So I want to finish a book that I like in this reading vlog, you know? And right now both of these are sitting pretty high on that schedule, or whatever. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna check in with you guys a little later. We have finished Game On by Keith Stephens. This book was something. So at the beginning of the vlog, or beginning of when I started to read this book, I said this book was phenomenal. It's the best book we read out of like the entire video, and I still stand on that statement. Out of all the books that we finished, I did not finish In the Stars yet, but out of the books that we finished in this reading vlog, Game On is definitely the best. Okay, I enjoyed myself the most in Game On, to set the record straight, but it was not the best book of 2025. Not by a long shot, and I don't even think it tried. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about it real quick, and we're gonna rant. So Game On was doing so good, but then we get to like right about, we're gonna give benefit of the doubt and say right here, okay, about 50%, and I have to remove this bookmark because I finished it on my Kindle last night, but got to about the halfway mark and the book kind of lost its spark. Okay, their relationship felt like it was built purely and based on just absolute positive lust. Okay, the love, I was not feeling it. When you read the dialogue and the storyline from both characters' point of views, the whole thing they talk about is the beginning of the story, which was that one night stand, right? And they don't talk about any of their actual features and about how the characters actually are as people, and I'm kind of just like, man, this book's not it, right? So I just like, that kind of annoys me because I hate when romance books are marketed as romance. It's not romance, it's just you guys lusting after each other for the entirety of the book. Okay, so it kind of lost the spark of love and relationship for me, and that just being said, I rated it 3 stars. It was not all it was cracked up to be at the beginning, and genuinely I was enjoying it and I was enjoying how things were going, but then there was also some things where our female main character was like acting crazy, acting stupid. Okay, and you know, at the beginning, up until like the very last bit, of course, because I feel like he just threw that in so we would hate this character more. Whenever that guy's name was Jamie had a valid reason, like obviously, you know, so the beginning of the book, this is not a spoiler, the beginning of the book, her boyfriend of 6 years, Jamie, breaks up with her, and they're both supposed to go to the same college, right? And while I'm not saying that it's okay to break up something for the past 6 years and hold it back until like the last day, I also think that it was a very valid reason for him to want to break up with her, because technically he was just saying he wanted a break to explore himself and explore the world, and he never truly stopped loving his girlfriend of sorts, but she blew out of proportion like she did with the third act breakup. She's the whole reason the third act breakup started, was because she was blowing things out of proportion for a lot of the book, okay? And I was just like, dang, man, give the man a break, let him breathe, okay? Because he genuinely didn't do anything wrong, and I was genuinely on Jamie's side for a lot of the book. And once again, I feel like he Stefan just threw in that end piece with Jamie just so we wouldn't like him. But even then, I was kind of just like, I'm kind of on Jamie's side, because Jamie is a better boyfriend than what's his name, Hudson was literally after her for her body, and Jamie actually loved her. They had memories together, they loved each other, okay? It just made me so mad, like literally. It could have been written so much better, and I feel like Key Steffens changed up how she wrote because of the publishing house, which I've seen that happen with a lot of authors. They like either the publishing house makes them change up how they write or change up how the story goes or anything like that. It could have just been Key herself trying to experiment with something new, but I genuinely did not enjoy it. I didn't like it. It felt bland and boring, and it was missing the seasonings that I needed. Also, if you guys see all these books, I just filmed the 25 books of 2025 video, so go watch that. It's up by the time you're watching this. Go watch it, okay? But yeah, Game On, not the book for me. And if you have the similar writing taste as me, based off what you've seen in other videos or in this video, I would not recommend this book to you. But you know, if you like stuff like that, then maybe this book would be for you. But it's not for me, because I'm not the kind of girl that's like literally love a lust. And after they got together of sorts, literally every other scene I was skipping, because I don't like smut. So if that's what you like, then that's what you like. I don't though, so it had to be rated at 3 stars for me. I was kind of bored, it was kind of bland, and I wished it would have been better. Now this reading vlog is way too long, so I'm not gonna finish in the stars in this video. Yeah, I'm not going to. It's a really good book. I'm gonna go get it real quick. I'm gonna get it for you guys real quick. Here it is. Nothing wrong with the book. I'm actually almost done with it, but I'm not that close to being done with it. It's just the video is already long enough, and I finally finished a book in this video that I semi-enjoyed. So I will be finishing this book off camera. I'm gonna bring it into this video. I just want to talk about this book real quick since we did read in the video, and obviously in the author, so we gotta support, we gotta boost, we gotta talk. Okay, we gotta chat real quick. Okay, so In the Stars is about this girl named Moon and her little brother named Earth. Yes, this is if the planets were humans of sorts, and basically in the prologue it basically says this is what happens before the planets became planets. Like, this is back when they were on their own planet of sorts, right? So they go to this asylum for immortals because they're all immortals, and in this asylum they are plunked with other roommates who are the planets, okay? And when one night Sun and Earth are like they're a little sneaking around because they're just trying to have fun and everything like that, girl, they come across something crazy and they discover that this asylum is killing people. Okay, so when they discover this, they tell all their friends, obviously, because they don't want their friends to die. They go to escape, but you know, the people found out, they know, so it's game over. Okay, like, we got a dip. Okay, cool, great, love it. So that's just basically where the story goes from there, and I'm on page 391. This book has 500 something pages. Once again, we don't have enough time in this video. I don't have enough storage, and definitely not trying to edit a hour-long video. I've done it before, not trying to do it again. Okay, I can't do it. Genuinely, me personally cannot do it. Maybe you can, I can't. Okay, you can, I can. So yes, there will be a separate video of me talking about this book with spoilers, so I would just say read this book before that video comes out, right? So you guys can not be spoiled, obviously. But this book, genuinely, let's just speak as if I finished it, is so good. Okay, it was so good, it's amazing, love it. By the time this video comes out, I'll probably be finished with this, like, reading this anyways, so technically by the time you're seeing this, I probably already rated it something. But that's it. Yeah, anyways, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. My kisses. If you guys have any other reading vlog suggestions you guys want me to do, please leave them in the comments down below. I actually love doing reading vlogs, just don't like editing. I love filming, just cannot say editing. I like to talk, I like to yap, but I just don't like editing. Simple as that. Yeah, I tried to edit this video better than I do my other videos because I was like, okay girl, you gotta step it up for 2026, right? And also it's MADIMAS. I gotta give you guys something, right? So I want to give you guys at least one reading vlog before the end of MADIMAS, and I was like, okay, we're gonna do a mood reading vlog for MADIMAS. But once again, I'm yapping, I'm zooming along. Didn't I just say I didn't want to edit? Exactly. So we're gonna just go ahead and the video here. But this is Maddie out, and goodbye.